And what's cracking, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is going to be a quick update on STX, which is STX USDT. That is the ticker. Now, STX is a very interesting project which caught my eye, well, beginning of last year, essentially when the Bitcoin ordinals were introduced, because Stacks is one of the very few L2s out there on Bitcoin, right? We got Stacks, we got Lightning Network, I believe the other one was Liquid Protocol, and there's one more which I'm missing. But anyway, Stacks is one of the more prominent ones, and why I really like this is because look at the chart. You know, ultimately you're going to find these very strong projects, but you also want to see if there is, well, it's being valued appropriately, appropriate to, well, the hype, appropriate to the technology. All right, so this chart looks absolutely amazing. In today's video, we're going to be focusing primarily on price action. Now, as an analyst, I'm always going to tell you to use your tools to your advantage. And here at Mango, we always start off with what? The Mango dashboard. Let's get into the dashboard. You guys can find this on app.mangoresearch.co. Let's go ahead and filter out Stacks. Just get into your search bar, filter out the ticker name, which is STX for us. STX USDT is what we're going to be focusing on here. Getting to the drop down, you're going to find your trends on all time frames as well as the volatility profiles, which I want to focus on here. Now, you're seeing that Stacks, you know, on those higher time frames, from the daily time frame to the weekly time frame, we have these bullish long trends on there, right? Long trends are bullish, period. In fact, look at the returns. If you caught any of these trades, you're up significantly, a minimum of 64.51% if you caught the trade on the daily time frame, right? However, now we're seeing like this minor consolidation / pullback on your lower time frames, like your 4-hour and your 12-hour. And more importantly, now I want you guys to notice the volatility. Volatility in the 4-hour is flashing 7. 7 is very, very low. 7 tells me when volatility is compressed to such a low number, I can look for volatility expansion. However, what side does volatility expand on, right? I think that's what everyone wants to know. Does it go up? Does it go down? So when I look at volatility compression like this at 7, I then go on to look at the trend. What is the trend on that time frame telling me? Okay, the trend is short. Short is bearish. Right. So when I see that, I'm like, okay, if there's any direction in which volatility expands next, it's going to be to the downside on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so what we might be seeing here is a lower time frame pullback and likely into higher time frame support. When am I going to start looking for another move to the upside? Well, for me to look for another move to the upside, I want to see this 4-hour flip long. Okay, as soon as it gives me the long signal, I know that, okay, there's a trade opportunity on the horizon. For this, I'm actually going to go on over to the 4-hour time frame, and I'm going to go ahead and set an alert on the 4-hour time frame. That way, okay, when the 4-hour trend flips long, I'm going to get an alert via email. All right, so I know to look at Stacks when it does flip long, when the trend does flip long once again. Alrighty, but this is telling me that, hey, watch out for a lower time frame pullback, likely into higher time frame support. For those of you who are not sure what the dashboard is about, well, here's a quick sort of introduction to it. So we've been trading the markets for almost a decade now, and if there's one thing we've learned, it's that the biggest opportunities are missed because there's just far too much going on. There's too much to analyze and not enough time. It can all get extremely stressful, and that's just simply not Mango. So over the past few years, we developed the Mango dashboard to eliminate the stress and strip away the complexity. Instead of slaving away in front of the screen all day, the Mango dashboard will narrow down opportunities for you with a single click using our quick filter buttons. You'll get access to trend signals across all time frames, as well as volatility profile across all time frames. There's bullish and bearish hidden divergences, Ichimoku big trend signals, as well as buy zones and sell zone markers. And it's all shown in a simple way. And guess what, guys? It doesn't end just there. For the advanced trader, the dashboard also gives you access to the Mango view, which helps you mark out FVG support and resistance zones to help you milk out those extra profits. We also have key trend analysis indicators to make sure you're always on the right side of the trend, as well as the Mango Ichimoku cloud with the Mango settings to help you capture those big wins. You can find all of this at app.mangoresearch.co. And what's more is that you can try it all out for free. Alrighty, so now I'm going to be looking for that pullback opportunity. With that, let's get into the chart to see where we could be expecting the pullback on. Now, I'm currently on the monthly time frame. I always like approaching the charts with a top-down approach. So now I'm going to go ahead and smack in some critical regions of support and resistance. And I'm seeing a critical region of support right here. This is actually really interesting, Dan. Critical region of support right here at around 98 cents. Okay, I'll tell you why. Because this is not just support. This is a neckline to a very bullish pattern, which has already been activated. We'll be going over that in a second. Okay, as far as the next region of support is concerned, I believe we have another region right here. Okay, this comes in at around $1.47, give or take. All right, so this is our immediate region of support. Notice the last month of December actually closed over $1.47. Month of Jan started with us dipping underneath that region and then bouncing right off of it. And just based on these levels right now that I have, and based on the closes that we're seeing, if I'm being completely honest, STX is clear, man. It's clear for the next region of resistance overhead, which comes in at around $2.83. That's why that prevailing macro trend, which is bullish even on the dashboard, notice all these long trends, right? It's telling us that, hey, even if you get your pullback, that higher time frame trend is still being maintained. I mean, look at this uptrend. This looks great. In fact, it appears that STX's next target on the monthly time frame, that next region of resistance, only comes in at the highs at around $2.83. From where price is at to $2.83, that's got 62% to the upside. Right, but now question is, when can we really expect that move? Well, in the 4-hour time frame, you're seeing that, okay, STX is seeing a bit of a breakdown, right? But now I'm looking at this as a lower time frame pullback, likely into higher time frame support. Can we get a test of $1.47 once again? Well, for that, I want to get on over to the daily time frame. Okay, let's go ahead and switch on the Mango dynamic indicator. That's one of our primary trend indicators here at Mango. And yeah, look at that. Look at the confluence there. Jeez. Okay, we have that. This is amazing. And usually when you see these high levels of confluence, you know, it's often a good trade to be had. And what makes trade a good trade? A good trade is one that's going to be very easy for you to manage, because ultimately, if you want to be a good trader, you also need to learn how to be a good loser. Okay, and what do I mean by that? I mean, when you take your trades, you need to understand when you are wrong. And you need to understand when you're wrong very, very fast without taking too much of a loss. That is you being a good loser. Now, if price does come down here, this will be a good bid opportunity, because if price breaks, yes, there is also a possibility that, hey, you know what, this trend is done and STX actually breaks to the downside. If STX actually starts closing candles underneath $1.47, you know you're wrong very fast, except you get to get out in a minimal loss. So $1.47 is going to be a level that's going to be super easy to manage your trade off of. And more importantly, guys, we have the dynamic swinging in right there. The dynamic has been respected since the breakout right here at around 64 cents. If you just followed every test of the dynamic, you're already up by a good 175% on that trade. Notice every test was met with support right here, right? So I want to see price hold the dynamic support once again. For those of you who do not have access to the dynamic indicator, you want the levels on this, please go ahead and take note of the levels. It's a range, right? You can see that it's a green cloud right there. The range goes in from $1.50 going all the way down to $1.47. I will be annotating these numbers on my screen. However, it must be noted that with every new candle print that I get on my chart, this dynamic indicator moves. Okay, now every time I cover STX, I will be bringing up the dynamic indicator as well as these moving numbers. So if you guys want to keep up with it, make sure you're hitting the sub and the bell icon. Alrighty, but right now this is looking good, and more importantly, why I like this level is that there's confluence with a monthly level, guys. It's a monthly level, $1.47. Okay, so this looks good right now. This is going to be, in my opinion, the next bid opportunity. All right, lower time frame pullback into higher time frame support. The higher time frame here is the daily time frame. Now, as far as that uber bullish target is concerned, clear out the chart. Let me just get rid of all these nasty squigglies. Get on over to the monthly time frame. There is a massive pattern that just broke out right here. What is that pattern? That is the cup and handle formation. Okay, with this 98-cent region being the neckline. All right. So now we can go ahead and figure out the target just by looking at the price action that forms the cup and handle, right? Take it from the trough all the way to the peak, place it on the breakout of the pattern, because the pattern technically got activated right here as soon as we took out the neckline, right? This target to the massive cup and handle like formation will take STX all the way up to $5.01. Now, from where price is at, all the way up to that next target around $5, that's a good 186% to the upside. It looks absolutely fantastic. The bull run is just beginning, but mind you, even in the middle of a bull run, you're going to get price action like this. Use the dashboard to help you capture these pullback opportunities. It's going to get you those amazing, amazing bids if you're looking to either build on your position or start a new position. It's going to essentially tell you when to expect a lower time frame pullback into higher time frame support. And you want to make sure you're capitalizing on those pullbacks if you want to get in those juicy, juicy trades. And also a quick heads up, if there are any other altcoins you want me to cover, let me know in the comments down below. Now, Sean is also going to be posting more trade setups under the premium video section on the dashboard. You'll find this on the left-hand side of the menu right here. Okay, so get into the premium video section and you're going to find a lot more trade setups. I posted one just yesterday as well. So yeah, we're going to keep these trade setups coming. I'm very, very excited for the bull run to come. Alrighty, now this is your update on stacks. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like, hit the sub, hit the notification icon because I will be covering stacks moving forward. With this now, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, you guys.